Have you ever stepped into someone's house and wondered, how on earth do they keep it looking so clean, so effortlessly? You tidy and scrub, yet the mess always seems to sneak back. But here's what I've learned after 65 years of homemaking. A clean home doesn't come from cleaning harder. It comes from cleaning smarter. Today, I'm going to share 12 simple daily habits I've followed for years, and they've helped me keep my home fresh, calm, and always guest-ready. These tips aren't about spending hours with a mop. They're quick little rituals that take just a few minutes each day, but add up to a home that feels truly peaceful. And don't miss the last one. It's the easiest habit to skip, but the one that brings the most joy. So if you're ready to swap overwhelm for simplicity, let's dive into the first habit that starts the whole day on the right foot. Habit number 1. They make their bed every morning. You might be thinking, that's it? But hear me out. The simple act of making your bed sets a tone for the entire day. It tells your brain, I'm in control, I'm starting fresh. Have you ever walked back into your bedroom midday and felt deflated by the sight of tangled blankets and flattened pillows? It makes the whole space feel messy, even if the rest of the room is fine. But when your bed is neat, even a room with a few clothes out or a dusty shelf still feels intentional and comforting. It takes me less than 2 minutes. I smooth the sheets, fluff the pillows, and give the comforter a little tug. That's it. Some mornings it's not perfect, and it doesn't have to be. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Here's a tip. Say this out loud as you do it. This is my first win of the day. And you know what? Studies show that folks who make their beds regularly tend to feel more in control of their lives. Imagine that, all from tucking in a corner and fluffing a pillow. Ready for the next one? It's the habit that keeps clutter from even showing up in the first place. Habit number 2, they put things away immediately. Let me ask you something. Have you ever set something down just for now? A pair of glasses, the mail, maybe a coffee mug, and then noticed it's still sitting there, days later? That's how clutter starts. Not all at once, but little by little. One sock here, a receipt there. Before you know it, your space feels chaotic and heavy. But there's a trick I learned from my grandmother, and it saved me more time than any deep cleaning weekend ever has. The one-touch rule. If you pick something up, you only touch it once. Use it, then put it right back where it belongs. No temporary piles. No, I'll deal with it later. Whether it's a throw blanket, a pen, or the TV remote, the moment you're done, just return it. It takes less than 30 seconds. And over time, your space never really has a chance to get messy. Bonus? Your mind feels clearer too. A tidy space creates a calm brain. And when things are where they belong, you feel lighter, like the house is giving you a little nod of approval. And the best part? You'll never have to waste hours hunting for missing keys or wondering where that one important paper went. Next up, a tiny cleaning move that takes under a minute but makes your entire home feel like it just got a fresh start. Habit number 3, they wipe down surfaces every single day. It might sound small, but you'd be amazed at the difference it makes. A few crumbs on the counter or a smudge on the bathroom mirror can make a whole room feel dirty, even if everything else is spotless. That's why I've made it a habit to do a quick wipe down of the most used surfaces every day. Nothing fancy, just a damp microfiber cloth and a minute of your time. Kitchen counters, bathroom sinks, coffee tables, those are the usual suspects. You don't need to scrub like you're preparing for guests. Just a light pass is enough to keep dust, grease, and fingerprints from building up. The trick is to do it before the mess becomes noticeable. Here's my routine. After cooking, quick swipe of the counters. After brushing my teeth, wipe the sink. Before sitting down with a book in the evening, clear the coffee table. And the feeling it gives you? Like walking into a freshly cleaned room, even if you've only spent a minute. Plus, clean surfaces discourage clutter. When the table is clear and shiny, you're less likely to toss the mail on it or leave your cup behind. Coming up next, the chore nobody loves, until you break it into tiny, manageable pieces. Habit number 4. They do a small load of laundry every day. Let's be honest, laundry can feel never-ending. One day the hamper's empty, and the next, it looks like your clothes have multiplied overnight. That used to overwhelm me, until I discovered a little trick. Don't wait for laundry day. Just toss in a small load each day. A few shirts, some towels, maybe a pair of jeans and your favorite cardigan. It's faster, easier, and strangely satisfying. Instead of dedicating hours to the washer and dryer once a week, I spend about 10 minutes. And I'm always ahead of the pile. Here's what I do. In the morning, I throw a load in while making coffee. By the time I'm ready to sit down with breakfast, it's ready for the dryer. Later that afternoon, I fold while watching my favorite show. No stress, no mountains, just smooth, steady progress. And the bonus? You're never caught off guard without clean clothes. You'll always have fresh socks, towels that smell good, and zero guilt about getting behind. Next up, the one habit that transforms your kitchen every single morning. Habit number 5. They never leave dirty dishes overnight. You know that sinking feeling? No pun intended. When you walk into the kitchen in the morning and find a stack of dirty dishes staring back at you. It's like the day hasn't even started, and already there's work waiting. That's why I made this rule for myself years ago. No dishes left in the sink overnight. Ever. Even if I'm tired after dinner, I take 5 minutes to wash up or load the dishwasher. It's a small task, but the reward? Huge. When I walk into the kitchen the next morning and see an empty, clean sink and tidy counters, it's like my whole day starts on the right foot. There's no visual stress, no sticky plates, no reminder of yesterday's mess. Here's a simple trick. Clean as you cook. Rinse plates immediately. Wipe the sink before bed. It'll sparkle back at you in the morning. It's about peace of mind, not perfection. And strangely enough, when your sink is clean, you'll want to keep the rest of the kitchen clean too. It becomes contagious. Up next, the clutter that creeps in faster than anything else, and how to stop it before it spreads. Habit number 6. They deal with paper clutter daily. It's wild how quickly paper can take over your home. Receipts, flyers, junk mail, bills, catalogs. One day your countertop is clear, and the next you can't find your keys under the pile. But there's one thing I always do the moment I walk in the door. I sort the mail immediately. Not later. Not when I have time. Right then. Here's my system. Junk mail? Straight into recycling. Bills? Into a folder by the fridge. Anything important? It goes in my desk drawer or gets pinned to my board. Takes under a minute, but that minute saves hours of frustration later. No more mystery envelopes. No more losing important documents in a pile of pizza coupons. Want to make it even easier? Keep a small bin or mail sorter by your front door. That way there's always a place for paper to go, and less chance it'll end up on your dining table. And let me tell you, when your surfaces are free from clutter, your mind feels more spacious too. It's not just about tidiness, it's about peace. Next, we'll talk about something most people forget when cleaning, but it makes your whole house feel instantly fresher. Habit number 7. They let fresh air in every day. You ever walk into a house that looks clean but feels kind of stale? It's not about dirt, it's the air. Even the tidiest homes can feel heavy when they're all shut up. That's why every morning, no matter the season, I crack a few windows. Just 10 minutes can make all the difference. You don't need a breeze blowing your curtains across the room. Just a little fresh air to stir things up, move out the stuffiness, and bring in some energy. I open the kitchen window while I make coffee. I crack the bedroom one while I make the bed. Even in winter, I'll open a small vent for 5 minutes. The result? A house that smells and feels fresh, like it's breathing again. And the benefit isn't just for the house, it's for you. Fresh air boosts your mood, clears your head, and gives you a little lift without any extra work. If you've been feeling a little off in your space lately, try this. Let the outside in. Now let's move on to something that takes barely 2 minutes but keeps your whole house from looking forgotten. Habit number 8. They dust high-touch surfaces every day. Dust is sneaky. It doesn't scream for attention like clutter or dirty dishes, but it whispers that a space has been neglected. That's why I make it a habit to spend just 2 minutes a day dusting the spots we touch and use the most. Nightstands, coffee tables, TV remotes, the top of the fridge. You know the ones. You don't need a full deep clean with sprays and polish. Just a dry microfiber cloth, maybe slightly damp if needed, and a quick pass. I usually keep one in the kitchen drawer so it's always handy. Here's a little trick I use. Pick 3 to 5 surfaces each day. Wipe them down as part of your regular routine, after lunch, before bedtime, whenever. Rotate daily, and within a week, everything's had attention. Dust is made up of more than just dirt. There's skin cells, pollen, pet dander. Removing it regularly helps your air quality and keeps allergies at bay. But even more than that, it gives your home a polished, I've got it together kind of feel, without lifting more than a finger. Up next, a quick evening habit that makes mornings feel calm, clear, and clutter-free. Habit number 9. They tidy up before bed. You ever wake up and walk into your living room, only to be greeted by yesterday's mess? Shoes on the floor, magazines scattered, maybe a half-empty mug still on the table. It's not a disaster, but it doesn't feel great either. That's why I've made it a ritual to tidy up every evening, just for 10 minutes. Nothing major, just a light reset. Here's what I do before bed. Fold the blankets back on the couch, put the remote in its spot, return shoes to the closet, clear off the kitchen counters. I don't aim for showroom perfect. I aim for peaceful. The next morning, I wake up to a space that feels fresh, intentional, and under control. And that makes me feel under control too, before I've even had my coffee. You can even set a timer if that helps. 10 minutes is all it takes. Think of it like brushing your home's teeth before sleep. You wouldn't skip your own bedtime routine, right? Next, let's talk about something small that can completely shift how easy cleaning feels, just by making it more convenient. Habit number 10. They keep cleaning supplies within reach. Here's a little secret. The easier it is to start cleaning, the more likely you are to actually do it. You ever spot a mess, think, I'll wipe that up, then realize the cleaner's in the laundry room, behind the mop, under the clutter? And just like that, the motivation disappears. That's why folks with the tidiest homes don't hide their supplies. They keep a little kit in each high-use area. Here's how I set mine up. In the kitchen, a microfiber cloth and a gentle all-purpose spray under the sink. In the bathroom, disinfecting wipes and a toilet brush right beside the vanity. In the living room, a dust cloth tucked into a drawer with the remotes. That way, when something needs attention, a drip, a smudge, a crumb, I can deal with it right away before it becomes a project. Think of it like putting tissues in every room. You don't wait until you need one. They're just there, ready when you do. The less distance between you and the solution, the cleaner your space stays, with almost no extra effort. Next up, the one daily habit that keeps your floors and your bare feet feeling fresh and crumb-free. Habit number 11. They sweep or vacuum high-traffic areas every day. Here's a question. Have you ever walked barefoot through your kitchen and felt something underfoot? Crumbs, pet hair, mystery grit? Even when the rest of the room looks spotless, a dirty floor can ruin the feeling. That's why one of my simplest, most effective habits is this, a quick daily sweep. I don't do the whole house, just the spots that get the most use, like the kitchen, hallway, and living room. It takes 5 minutes max. I usually do it right after dinner or before bed. And the difference? Immediate. Your whole space feels lighter, brighter, like it's ready to welcome you. And if you have pets, trust me, this habit is a lifesaver. A small cordless vacuum or broom kept nearby can help you tackle those little messes before they pile up into a chore. This isn't about scrubbing grout or moving furniture. It's about maintenance, gentle, steady upkeep that saves you from weekend deep clean dread. Because when your floors are clean, your home just feels clean, even if nothing else changed. Now let's talk about the final and maybe most overlooked habit. One that has nothing to do with cleaning and everything to do with why it matters. Habit number 12. They take time to enjoy their space. This might sound simple, but it's something so many people forget. A clean home is meant to be enjoyed, not just maintained, managed, or checked off your to-do list, but truly appreciated. After I tidy up in the evening or wipe down the counters, I don't rush into the next task. I take a moment. Maybe I light a candle. Maybe I sit in my favorite chair with a book. Maybe I just sip some tea and take a deep breath. Because that feeling of calm, of lightness, of peace, that's why I clean. Not for guests, not for appearances, but for me. Too often we treat cleanliness like a finish line, but it's really a gift. A clean, cozy space can nurture you, especially on the hard days. It's a quiet form of self-respect. Here's my invitation to you. After you tidy, pause. Don't race away from it. Let yourself feel the ease you've created. And if you want to take it one step further, invite someone over. Share the calm. Enjoy the space you've lovingly built. Now let's bring it all together, and I'll leave you with a little challenge. So, let's take a breath and look back. We've just walked through 12 simple habits that seniors with the cleanest, calmest homes do every single day. And none of them require hours of scrubbing or a team of cleaners, just a few minutes, a little consistency, and a lot of love. Here's a quick recap. Make your bed in the morning. Put things away as you go. Wipe surfaces daily. Do a small load of laundry. Never leave dishes overnight. Sort paper clutter daily. Let in fresh air. Dust high-touch surfaces. Tidy before bed. Keep supplies handy. Give floors a quick sweep. And most importantly, pause to enjoy the space you've created. But now I've got a challenge for you. Pick just one of these habits and start it today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Just one. Keep it up for 7 days, and watch how your space, your mood, and your energy shift. Which habit will you start with? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your answer. And if this video brought you some clarity, inspiration, or even just a little peace, tap that like button. Hit subscribe for more simple, stress-free home tips. Thanks for spending this time with me. Here's to a home that supports you, calms you, and welcomes you, just as you are.